Hey there, it's Boots Owen here. This is a bog standard pedestal fan. It's got some buttons here. Let's turn it on. Try 1, 2, 3, and it's almost moving at 3. I think it just needs some oil, so let's get it on the bench and see what we can do to get in there. To get it apart, there's a screw on the back, but in this case it's already loose, so you just lift that up and that comes off there. Then open up these tabs around the side. There's 2 on each side. I guess it depends on the model. The front cover comes off. Set it aside. There's a nut on here. It has tighten and loosen written on it, so turn it the way it says to loosen it, and that is counterintuitive because you have to turn it clockwise to loosen it. Then the fan blade comes off. Just pull it straight off. Then there's a nut here, and that one loosens the what you'd call the normal way, counterclockwise. And we're getting into the motor then. So all we're looking to do is clean and oil the bearings. I don't even know if I've ever done that on this one, so it's kind of routine maintenance on these things, but what happens is they're so cheap most people just throw them out. Have I mentioned I've plugged it out? Unplugged it. So then I can see 4 screws. Best take them out. Just from looking at it then, I'd say it's highly likely that I've been in here before because these tabs are a bit bent at this end. So plastic tabs, you've got to lift that up and push this one in like that. So lift this one up and then push this one in, and again, that's it. So that's that cover off, the screws with it. Now this bit here, can I just pull that off? This is the thing that controls whether or not it's engaged or not. Maybe that just snaps out actually. Or it snaps out but pops out around itself. Yeah, so you can get that off around it, didn't need to damage it. Some more screws to take this unit off the back. There's another issue with these, that the capacitor can be at fault, but I know that it's just sticky on this one, I think. So I don't think it's the capacitor. It can be the capacitor. That's the worm gear that drives in here, the mechanism that twists it around back and forth. Then we're into it. We've got to get these 4 screws out. I haven't seen any safety fasteners on this one. Okay, then we're in. So I need to take off this guy as well, I think, do I? Control arm from the bottom of there. I think that's me in then. So take the back cover off. I can't get the front off without taking out that drift pin. There we go. That's the bit that feels sticky, I'd say. Stickier. This is light machine oil. This is a cleaner and penetrant. So put some of the cleaner onto a rag. Clean this shaft of any sticky goo on it. So it comes straight off, that stickiness. In a pinch, you probably spray that penetrant on there to get it started. You can see there's some polishing on there. That's cool. That's clean now. Now cleaning out the inside of these. I think they're bronze or maybe steel bushings. A little bit more involved. A bit of wet on there. Get something to poke it in. Be careful because sometimes these parts are sharp. I have to do it from both sides. This again. Yeah, you see how dirty it is on that one. So that's the one that was probably all gummed up. Now you've just watched me take this apart, so you can remember which way goes which side of the unit gets which end of this thing, but I can't remember. So I'm hoping this is correct, but I've put the wire coming in and over the top. That means that this guy goes like that on the back. This connects on here. And the cable holder for that wire, I think, was over here on this side. So I'm hoping that's correct, so I'll put it back together. So it's kind of safe to say that the reassembly is the reverse of the disassembly. It's not much help to you if you can't remember. So watch the video that I've made, how to take it apart, put it back together again, maybe. Maybe that's the best thing to do, just watch it again in reverse. This back piece went on, didn't it? That snapped in there. That came through to here. Then this went on here. Then to get these to fit, you've got to lift this up, line up the holes. So you can see getting the holes to line up, it's just a little bit of work. Then we get the cover back on again. This little drift pin in there. Like that. There's this wire handle here, so I'll put that at the top. Not that it makes any great difference, because if you pick it up by the handle on this one, the base falls off it. Put that in there. It's got this little groove in the thing there that has to sit down on that pin. Tightened the wrong way, so anti-clockwise to tighten it. Hook, the top has a hook like that. Hook that over the center at the top, and then just around the edge snap all of those guys shut. This should be it. Let's put it back on its pedestal. So I've got it back on its pedestal. Let's plug it in. Turn it on to 1, the lowest setting. And it works fine by the looks of things. Let's turn to 3, it goes faster. It's rotating or oscillating side to side. If I pull out this pin on the back, at the top, it goes in and out of oscillations. Questions or comments, leave them below. If this has been helpful, hit me up on PayPal. Thanks for watching. See you later.